Yo, my people, them CFC, Redis Blue, back with another video. And it's match review settings, man, for the Chelsea and Man City game, which Manchester City won 2-0, courtesy of goals from Erling Haaland and a very good goal from Mateo Kovacic, a former Chelsea player. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and let me know your thoughts and opinions on the performance down below in the comments. Thank you for all your support on the watch along. I appreciate it all, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's match. But now I'm going to get into it, and if I'm going to be so honest, it was actually a very good performance. In my opinion, I shouldn't say a very good performance. It was just a good performance. I was under the assumption that going into today's game, our defense would be so scareful in terms of not being able to handle Manchester City's attack. But on the contrary, we did. We handled it very well. They did score 2 goals, but if we're going to deep it, Manchester City, they, in the second half especially, could have scored more. Levi Colwill, Wesley Fofana, they did well. Mark Creel did very well. Malo Gusto, not so much, but it was just a better defensive performance, in my opinion, from what I was going to expect. We did have Robert Sanchez make a mistake, which led to Manchester City's final goal. That's the one negative that I have about the defense today. That is the one negative that man has. But overall, it could have been better. I mean, overall, we done well, in my opinion. And the thing about us is that I was expecting us to definitely score today. And even though the referee did shag us, and we should have had at least 2 penalties, one when Nkunku dribbled past man in the box and he got fouled, when a pen. Enzo Fernandez, when he was in the box and Ruben Diaz pulled him down, that should have been a penalty, in my opinion. If you don't agree with it, then you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm just stating my opinion, and it shouldn't be a surprise because referees are shags, especially when it comes to Chelsea. And people are wondering what does shag mean? We're just getting bumped. We're getting robbed, in my opinion, because those should have been penalties, and we should have scored today, but we didn't. That's fine. We're playing up against Manchester City, and considering last season we did score 5 goals against them, I truly believe that they wanted to make sure that their defense was as solid as possible to handle us. True, they didn't have Walker. True, they didn't have John Stones. True, they didn't have Rodri. The team could have been a lot better, but it's still Manchester City. This is a team that is the best in the world. If we're just going to be honest, this is the team. I keep on saying best in the world. It's the best team in England. And even without their best 11, they could still play very well. It's down to the system. And speaking of system, that's what we was playing today. Enzo Maresca picked the starting 11, which was Robert Sanchez, Malo Gusto, centre backs Levi Colwill, Wesley Fofana, left back Marco Correa, centre midfielders Romeo Lavia, Enzo Fernandez, and Moises Caicedo. On the left, it was Christopher Nkunku. On the right, Cole Palmer, striker Nicholas Jackson. We played very well, in my opinion. We was actually creating a lot of good team chances. One where Cole Palmer crosses it over to the left-hand side, Nkunku knocks it down, Jackson touches it for Enzo. That was one good opportunity. Personally speaking, other than that, I can't necessarily recall too many opportunities, but that's why I said that our defense done better than our attack. We didn't create too much today. And like I said, it's due to the fact that we scored 5 goals against Manchester City in 2 games. Pep Guardiola will be on them to not make the same mistake, be as tight defensively as possible. And they were. Last season, they were giving away a lot of goals. But today they didn't. And if we go on to the rest of the season and see how they do, I think that they might have a much better defensive season, especially considering how good Arsenal's defense was last season. So that's just my thoughts and opinion on that. I did like the start 11. It was basically my predicted XI. It was, and we played very well, in my opinion. We played well. We just couldn't attack. Problems that we're gonna have to try and solve during the season. What are we gonna do when Cole Palmer gets marked? Today, there was always 3 or 4 men behind Cole Palmer or around him, especially when he's far right. The only time he could ever have any room is when he's coming across to the halfway line. But that's why Nkunku is going to be so important, because not many people are going to be on Nkunku the same way they're on Cole Palmer. Last season, he had freedom. This season, he's not going to have that much freedom. But that will open up spaces for our other players. And that's why Nkunku's, Jackson, Gu, potentially Osimhen if we sign him, Pedro Neto, you man, it's going to be your season to try carve out your place to be one of the main go-to attackers, because today Cole Palmer was null and void. He didn't have a good game. And that's what made our attack not be so cutting edge. We did create a couple opportunities, but we just couldn't capitalize on them. Nicholas Jackson had to go in the back of the net, but this guy's offside. Nicholas Jackson could have played Nkunku through, but he didn't. There were so many close calls. Just one pass through, we could have been in, but it just wasn't the case. That is going to take time. And like I said, this season is about time. Enzo Maresca's first game, we're having a new system. We're going to need to trust each other. We have to know each other. And on top of that, just be more cohesive, making the right opportunities, especially in the big games. Especially in the big games. There is no shame in losing to Manchester City, especially in the way that we have lost. We have a good foundation. We need to build upon it. We have to build upon it. Because if we don't, it's just going to be long. But I'm confident with the fact that in our next Premier League game, we have Crystal Palace. This is a team that we normally beat every single time. And on Thursday, we have Conference League against Sevilla. And speaking of that game, there won't be a watch along for it because I'm going to the match. And I expect us to destroy them because City are a top team, the best team in the league. And we couldn't do much. But that doesn't mean for most of the other teams we can't do a lot. We can. I truly believe, based off this performance, we are definitely going to finish 5th or above. It might be a long shot to say, but I just think as a team, we played very well. Romeo Lavia, a great game. He didn't give the ball away a lot. In the first half, he didn't give the ball away once. Every single pass found the player. That is key. Winning the ball back, that is key, especially him. He can do that. Caicedo had a good game. And Nkunku, for me, our best attacker today. Once he came off, everything changed. Neto did come on. He could have had a chance. But after that, we didn't create anything, in my opinion, after that. And that was for like the next 20 minutes where City were all over us. But again, our defense did very well. They held it down. And that's what I'm here for. I'm very happy for it. Because like I said, City, them and there, they want to not repeat things that happened last season. And we scored 5 goals against them. I don't recall any other team scoring as many goals in the 2 games against them that we did. And that's why they'll be much tougher defensively against us. But that's why in the next games, we need to find a rhythm to get our attackers involved and just make sure that our defense improves. Colwill, Fofana, we had a very good performance today. I'm very happy. And if we didn't, and if Sanchez doesn't do that mistake, we don't even concede 2 goals. So I am positive. I'm happy. There's no shame in losing to City. I didn't expect us to get 3 points. I was hoping we could get 1, but realistically, I thought that we would lose. And we have. It is what it is. There are many games to go, 37 more matches left in the Premier League to show the whole world that we are going to be in the top 4. And I believe we will be. My main 3 players for today that I think done very well was Cucurella, who went off with a slight groin injury or like a cramp, Romeo Lavia, and Christopher Nkunku. Those are my 3 stand-up performers, and I'll be reading and I'll be posting their stats either today or tomorrow. But that is that. I hope you guys have enjoyed the match review. I would like for you to let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook for more Chelsea content. I'm CFC Realist Blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.